I'm going to teach you the 12 investment principles that you can use for the rest of your life. Where did this course come from? I have 5 nieces, and those 5 nieces asked me, how can we take care of our money? How could we invest our money? Could we get rich? Uncle Andrew must know. This course comes from teaching my nieces, all 5 of them, who you see here. The key thing about it is that my nieces are not like me. They're not interested in finance the way I am. They need guidance that they can understand. Like you, we all need clear and simple guidance, and today we're going to look at that guidance. And how are we going to do it? It's all about time. And we are going to go through right now what I call 12 ticks to failure. The 12 ticks to failure. First, a person has no written plan. Second, they allow the world to make it complicated. Third, they think short term, and they start too late. But not you, because you're young. You have the chance to start now. They want to get rich in the stock market. They rely too much on other people. They make big mistakes. They don't save enough money. They pay too much in fees. They take too much risk. They only focus on stocks, not bonds. They trade in the market too much, and they try to time the market. And we are going to move from 12 ticks of failure to 12 ticks in this clock of success. Are you ready to move? Tick number 1, create a written plan and follow it. If you have a piece of paper sitting in front of you right now, get your pen and pencil ready. And if you don't, get a piece of paper from your neighbor. Why is it so important to have a written plan? Because a written plan allows you to predetermine your future actions. It helps you conquer the behavioral biases and tricks that your mind plays on you. And trust me, your mind will play tricks on you in the stock market. And I will trick you today and show you how. So, let's look at it. The amazing thing is that the majority of people do not have a written plan. My experience is less than 5%. If I ask this crowd of people, show me your written financial plan for your lifetime, what would you be able to show me? Probably nothing. Is that a good way to success? That is not the way to success. Recently, I've been building, I want to build a house, and I've been meeting with an architect, and he asked me all these questions. How big do you want the house? Well, medium size. No, I need exact. Okay, how many rooms do you want? Well, how about 3? Okay, do you want them big, small? What do you want? Yeah, I want them big. How big? I said, well, big, like other rooms. No, I need to know in meters, in yards, in inches, in centimeters. And this architect is crazy. This guy wants to make a financial plan, or make an architectural plan, down to every single detail. And I asked him, can't I just go tell the builder to let's start building? Why do we have to wait for this plan? Today, you're going to learn, just like an architect knows, you got to set a good plan in the beginning. And most people don't. So today, you're going to be a person who does have a plan. Why is it so powerful to create a written plan? The first thing is that we can overcome overconfidence bias. Overconfidence bias is when we believe that we can do it, we can handle it, that we're better than average. Many research papers have shown that all of us, including you, have behavioral bias of overconfidence. Now, sometimes you may feel less confident, like when you go into an exam, but in your mind, most people will be facing overconfidence bias. And what about also overestimation? We overestimate things like performance on exams, how much control we have in life, the speed with which we can get work done. And experts have been proven through academic studies to be the worst. Because they're experts, their confidence level is very high. But research has shown that in fact, their actual result is not as high as their confidence level is. And therefore, we see that performance of the professionals is sometimes worse than what they expect. So, what about a financial plan? Is it complicated? It's very complicated. There's a lot to think about. But in this course and this seminar, what I want to do is bring it down to very simple. So, what are the simple steps? There's 6 parts that we're going to think about. First, you need to think about your investment and your retirement horizon, how much money you're going to need when you retire, how much to contribute on a regular basis, what return and risk to expect, your asset allocation, and you have to monitor it and rebalance it. If we can get those 6 things written out, we have a fantastic plan that we can understand and we can follow. Now let's start off with have you thought about when you'll retire? Most of the audience here is very young. You probably never thought about it. I didn't think about it when I was young. But today is the day that you need to think about when you're going to retire. Now, also, you need to think about how long you're going to live. If you're going to live to be 100, that's a long time to support yourself in retirement or throughout your life. The benefit of having a good financial plan and executing it over a long period of time is that when you become a mother and father, you will not be a burden on your children. And when you're not a burden on your children are very happy. And I am very happy that my mother and father had a written financial plan, because my mother and father are not a burden on me. So I challenge you to become independent and not be a burden on others when you get older. You've got to have a written plan. There's 2 critical questions we must ask. First of all, when we make our financial plan, if you've got a piece of paper, now's the time to write down. You want to write this down. I am X years old, and I want to retire when I am X. I will live a happy life until when? So I've filled this in for myself. Would you like to see mine? Okay. I am 25. Maybe it's a typo. And I want to retire when I'm 60. And I want to live a happy life till I'm 80. Write down yours right now. Fantastic. We are now on the road to your financial plan. So, tick number 1 is create a written plan and follow it. Let's move to tick number 2. Are you ready?